Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good evening. I know this is a randomly timed stream, but very interesting to see you guys awake. What's up, y'all? Is this another glitch fire drill? No. It's me. I'm here. Thank goodness. I'm not getting demonetized tonight. No accidental walk-ins, nothing like that. Is this a ghost stream? That's funny. What's going on, Matt? Crypto Critter, Josh, everybody, what's up? Little late. Little late is an understatement, but late stream today. You know, I really wasn't going to go live today. I was just really exhausted, but I really don't like missing weekdays, one. And two, I just was getting a lot of questions, so didn't want to leave you guys hanging if you were genuinely having some questions about what's going on in the market. Hopefully you were able to tune into Matt's stream. Had a really good stream today. I did catch most of it, Matt. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, late night stream, guys. So we're catching people. You know, Artful likes when I go live early for UK. I'm going live for the West Coast. West Coast stream today. Does the boss know you're here late night with us? No. My boss doesn't really care as long as I run my department. Let's see. Taking a look at the chart right now, we can see Bitcoin finally breaking out of this flag pattern to the top side after a whole lot of forced manipulation there. This has been really brutal. You can tell that the altcoins right now are a bit shaken up. They're not really following. I've been sitting here looking at the chart here, even though I wasn't live or really talking too much, just because I didn't have much to say. But I was just looking at this whole move here. The first thing you could see, and really what you can see the most of right now tonight, is just heavy manipulation already coming in strong. Super heavy manipulation, and I'm just not feeling super comfortable about being a trader in this market. That being said, I don't mind having a position, but I think a lot of people are spooked after what happened the last two nights, and they probably don't want to go to night holding if they just bought in like recently, and especially if they bought in at anywhere above like, you know, 46.5, 250 on ADA, 26 cents on Doge. Probably aren't feeling too comfortable if they're looking for a very short-term move about what's going to happen overnight, and I understand. But super, and guys, I cannot stress this enough, extreme amounts of market manipulation going on over these last couple days. It is a rough time to be a day trader. Things are just happening very unpredictably. Patterns not following through that usually follow through. Candles not making sense. Random spikes at times that are unpredictable. Random dumps at times that are unpredictable. Patterns playing out and then not fully playing out the way you would expect. Like what just happened not long ago. We had a bull flag breakout that only went up like $20 on Bitcoin, and then it just dumped. Just clear manipulation right now. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Even this here looks a little forced. If you just look at how these green candles just keep shooting up and then losing steam, it's like they're trying to bait an up move here to cause another downtrend, if I were to guess. But we'll see. Just a lot of manipulation, making it really hard to predict what's going on here. You can see ADA finally gaining a little bit of steam, contemplating going back above that 200 EMA there, but it is going to be a resistance, and it sits right at about 23.25. Dogecoin has no idea what it wants to do. Look at that. What in the world is that chart? Look at that. That is called low volume and just being slingshot all over the place and having no idea where you want to go personally. But look, we gotta break out of this flag pattern, which should have had a little more steam on it. But all right, here it goes. Here's a little kick up of some movement. Is ADA even moving yet? Barely. Stalling out there at its 200 EMA. And Bitcoin, look at, see what I mean? Just the weird candlesticks. And here it goes with a bit of a sell-off. But most of the market manipulation, guys, if you've been taking a look at it, it has definitely been forcing the price down. Keeping the price from breaking out at points where it normally would have. For example, right here, the price, it tried so hard to break out here, even had this massive wick on it, and the price had just broken above the level. At the last second, it just got slammed down, close as that, and then you could tell here this was a manipulated red candle that stalled this move out the whole rest of the way. And then after all of that consolidating, we get a breakout, and it's this week. It's just very strange. But the price just kept getting slammed down, slammed down, slammed down, slammed down. And then you look here, look at these candles right here. Followed by then a massive whale buy here, and then the price gets slammed down again. Looking right here, all this red. Just the way it was happening was just very strange. Look at this buy-in, and then look at this equal sell-off, and then somehow a recovery, and then another sell-off of equal length. Just a real, extreme moves that really get the emotional trader shaken up. And here we had what should have been a strong signal. Like I said, tight consolidation for, I don't know, like an hour here. Or not quite. When did this start? 23? Oh yeah, over an hour. All of that pent up pressure and a break above 46, and it's already back down to 46,100. And not necessarily forming a bullish flag pattern here either off of that. So anyway, am I still short? No, I've just been scalping, like really heavy scalping tonight. So I am not short at the moment. I did close once we got back to about here. I scalped a couple of these moves though. I was in here for what was I in here for? I was messing around here. And then I did reshort somewhere up here, and I ended up covering like here once I realized that we weren't going to keep dumping. So I made a couple bucks, nothing crazy. I would like to be long though. That's the thing. I would like to be long. I just did not like what I was seeing with the market manipulation each time we had a good long opportunity. Just how we kept getting slammed down for no good reason. And there's really no reason to be dumping this hard. So you got to know that the whales are doing it. Obviously, at this point, it's probably the whales on the Asia market, and they have their reasons. So, they have their reasons. Now, this could be a nice continuation play here. ADA's finally moving a bit. It looks like ADA at 43.5, peeking over its 200. So, we might see something here. Hopefully. But if anything, I'd rather be long here and just hope we don't fall back under 46. And there's a few reasons why. Let me read a couple of your comments here. What's up, Alex? What's up again, Josh and Matt? Supreme Crypto Critter. Let's see. No ghost stream today. Nope. Late night stream. Yes, indeed. What's with some altcoins being targeted? For example, Algorand? I don't know. I just started hearing about that, and I don't know what's going on. Very interesting, though. Oh, wife being the boss? She fell asleep, so it's fine. We were watching TV. She fell asleep, so that gives me free reign. Change your channel name to Mariano's Market. When I was watching Matt's stream, that thought literally crossed my mind. I was like, Mariano's Market. I was like, no, that would just be too weird. We'll let Matt keep his exclusive cool name there. What about the coins being targeted like AI Gore endorsed Alana, yet others are being completely static? Yeah. Yeah, it's just really strange. Like, there's definitely some manipulation in the market right now. Definitely some forces out there keeping the prices down for whatever reason. And only now am I even seeing any potential signs of a bullish uptrend, because we got some nice signals that we should have been moving up. You know, we had some signal. This is when I was watching right before Matt went live here, was when we were right here. And there were like some double bottom signals that we could see from within the price action, but they just did not play out. It's just a lot of things went wrong here, and we had so many touches at this 46,000-ish level. It was just very strange, but it looks like we got forced below, had a bit of a dump, but a nice slingshot recovery back above to these levels here, and this could be a nice a nice setup to take off. So I'll join Matt on the bullish train. A couple things to look at here would be, you know, the first dip super deep, nice bounce, second dip lower high, and then next bounce you get a little, a higher low, and then a higher low here, much higher low here, looking like it's kind of stabilized. You get a nice little curl situation going on here. It looks like it's kind of ready to take off at this point. Obviously that wasn't drawing patterns or looking at anything like that, but that's just kind of the way it's looking like. It's the lows are getting higher, the price is starting to stabilize a bit. We're starting to finally get back, at least entertaining the thought of staying above the 200 EMA. There's a couple things looking nice, so I do like that. But some of these patterns just keep falling short and keep being really weak. But then they'll fall a bit and then only drop to like the 200 EMA and then do a bounce just as high. Just a lot of annoying stuff going on here. Nothing cut and dry. What's going on, Rick? How's it going, man? I was hoping to answer your questions a little better in the chat. If we take a look at Dogecoin, my thoughts on Doge, I mean, just like I was saying, much under 45-ish, I didn't really see it happening. Obviously, if I was going to be short, I would have liked for the whales to do their thing if I was going to hold overnight and hopefully get like a 44.5 or something. But that's like best case scenario for me. My real guess was not much under 46, maybe into the 45s. And that is pretty much where we stalled out at. I mean, not to say that it's over, but if you're just looking at the Bitcoin charts, you can see that according to how the price has been trading recently, if we just zoom in here, you see right around like here, kind of right around here, this 45.6-ish level. That's where the previous drops were at on the low side before things started to tighten up. And that's also about where the candles here started to consolidate. You can see the bottom of the body of the candle here at 45.5, the top of this one here at 45.450, and then you just kind of draw a line right there, like in the middle of all that action. And then also at the same time, if you were to take a look at the bottoms of these and try and kind of triangle it out, you can do like a ray, start it at this bottom, draw it to this bottom, and kind of get, I didn't draw that right, kind of get an idea of where the potential next candle might stop falling. And that was just about where this one did. So we had kind of the horizontal resistance line followed by the ascending support line here. And that put us right at about this point, anywhere from 45.5 to 45.6. And it looks like we did stall out right there at about 45.5. And I think that could potentially be the bottom. What we're going to have to be aware of is a potential stall out here at like 46.5 if it decides to fall back down. Or even lower, maybe 46.3. If it decides to lose momentum and fall back down and drop below the 45.6 level at that point, then it's going to be breaking that support channel. And then we could see drops down to either 45 flat, 44.5, 43, or beyond, just depending on that at that point. But then we're breaking this triangle structure here if that happens. And that would be definitely a concern. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily want to break our structure. Our price action structure here. So if we can stay in this triangle and break to the upside, good. If we break to the downside, we might see a bearish continuation. I don't want to be bearish, but the whales are in control, not me, so I don't have much say, unfortunately. Taking a look here, now we're looking for support on Bitcoin's 200 EMA now on the 3-minute time frame, which was up just a little bit if you compare the two. This was the 1-minute EMA. Now we're doing pullbacks to the 3-minute EMA and looking for a continuation. So there's that. Did my buy really not go through? Wow, it didn't. Wow, that's really disappointing. I really don't necessarily want to buy at this point, but I thought I bought 2 cents ago on ADA, but I hit the button, it didn't go through. I might regret this one, but we'll see. We'll see. I like to buy it early so that it gives me a buffer and I don't get like emotionally attached to the price movement. And now I'm at a place I didn't really want to be in at, but I'd be more mad if I didn't buy and then it kept going. So I'll take the risk, and it'll probably do a pullback here just to slap me on the wrist for that one, but that's fine. Yeah, so Solana's been making a move. The thing with Solana though is when you have like just a lot of hype behind you, sometimes you can ignore the market leaders' bearishness, and that's happened to Doge before. You know, you get a breakaway from the normal price movement, because usually the altcoins follow the leader when there's nothing else to do. So if they don't have another reason to move, they'll then follow the leader. But if they've got a reason to move, they'll do their own thing. Once the hype cools down, or once the bearishness cools off, they'll reset and then start following the leader again. So Solana's just had a lot of hype behind it. And also it's not a super high market cap coin, so it has a little more leeway. Usually the bigger dogs that are more established, like the top 5, top 10, usually like the top 5, they are not as volatile as the others sometimes. Dogecoin kind of being an exception to that. It'll do its own thing every once in a while. Crypto Zach, hey bro, I'm from Matt's Markets channel. Hey, appreciate you coming over, man. I actually saw you in the comments there. I was watching his stream on the TV. I saw you commenting over there on his stream. Thanks for hanging out. Alcor, you're good, man. What's up, Dr. Derbs? And now you can see we're starting to get these horizontal indecision candles. We would like these to turn green and continue up. We'll see what the whales decide is on the menu for tonight. Are we going to just play this out the way that, you know, because if you do a market sentiment check, a lot of the retails are ready for a bullish move here. But the price is just getting forced down by the bigger money. And they can kind of do what they want, especially if they coordinate. So, but I think overall we're ready to go back up. I mean, we've got a great dip on most of our altcoins. We're in pretty much where we want to be. Kept the chart up today at work. Guilty? Nice. I did too. But yeah, not short right now. I'm actually long. Do I expect Bitcoin to hit 44K to form a double bottom before it hits 52K again? No, not necessarily. The thing is, there's no reason for Bitcoin to even be down here. There was the situation where Bitcoin needed to do a pullback. But Bitcoin did need to do a pullback to remain healthy in its uptrend, because as you can see, we got super overextended here. This is the trajectory that we should have been taking on this move up if we wanted it to be a healthy uptrend, kind of like right here-ish. Let me delete these. Can I hide the EMA for the moment? So we would have wanted to see Bitcoin taking this route, and instead it took this extremely bullish route where it stayed very overextended the whole way up, and that really put Bitcoin in a scenario to where it was just super overdue for a pullback. But that pullback ended up being extreme because whales decided to dump, and there was also a little bit of FUD getting spread around at the same time. And then also there was the El Salvador buy the rumor, sell the news thing. So people ended up selling that news, and just a whole lot of factors going into sells all at once. And then the Asia market kicked in for some reason and just kicked us while we were down and made it even worse. And they just shorted overnight like it was nobody's business. And so we saw an extreme overreaction pullback. But the 200 EMA was right here. This was the 100 or the 50 EMA right here. There's no reason to be right here. This angle that we're at now is extreme and unnecessary. I don't think we need, there's no reason to have taken this angle here when the 200 EMA average, which is a slow moving indicator, is right here. So basically my point is, I don't think we need to do any kind of retests. I don't think we need to come back down here first to get people comfortable. The comfortable price level is up here. So what we need to do, in my opinion, is just stay in this triangle that's starting to form right here. Stay in that. Let that price action continue trading cleanly. I need to delete these. There's too many lines on my screen. Let that price action continue trading cleanly and break out the top side of the triangle and just ride that wave. Get back up to where we belong above the purple line. That's what we need to do. I don't think we're gonna need to get back down here. There's no reason, in my opinion. We oversold already, so I don't think we need to pull back again. That's just my guess. A little bit of weakness here in this flag. I don't like that. Hey, what's up, Scott? I'm surprised you're here. This very late stream this evening. Market manipulation indeed. Oh, what is this 12 a.m. stream nonsense? Yeah, I wasn't gonna go live today almost, but I really don't like missing weekdays. And there was just nothing to talk about quite yet earlier. I mean, all we could have talked about was what happened last night, but I had no idea at that point what was going to happen next because it was just whale manipulation 100%, and that really didn't give me just much to go live for. Just to say, well, the whales are manipulating the market. We could either go up or down. You guys could probably have seen that for yourself. So I stalled it out and said, well, maybe there's some people on the West Coast Pacific time that will like the late stream. Maybe not. Do I expect... I read that one. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. The kid shall play, indeed. I wish I was still a kid. Yep, glad to see it. Yeah, the After Dark show, exactly, Preezy. Figured I'd change it up today. And you just see the overall, like, lack of desire to really go up here. I mean, the volume is all to the downside. We keep moving up slowly with these weak candles, and you see these massive red, large volume candles. That's just my concern. It looks like most of the whales are to the downside. All of the big moves are to the downside constantly. With the exception of this right here, and this candle, and this candle. And this one, I guess. But all the rest, this move down, this move down, this move down, this whole move, even this move here, this here, this, and this candle. Like, all of those massive, massive red moves here, they're all red. There's no massive green moves to really write home about. The moves up are super gradual. The moves down are just, like, instantaneous. But guys, this like I said in the title, it is going to be a quick stream. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I sold all my shibs a couple days ago and bought Solana right before taking off. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll go too. Why not? ASMR at night. Bro, you're wildin', bro. All is good. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Jonathan K? Hey, first time here. I saw you in Matt's stream too. I know exactly where you came from. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. I saw you dropping comments in his channel when I was over there. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks, Matt, for sending some people over. You're not still live, Matt, right? You did end your stream, right? I was trying to wait till you were done. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, he's done. All right, cool. No, I meant Jonathan K. But thank you, Zerost, for the support. But yeah, I was talking to Jonathan K there. Let's see. Yeah, no problem, no problem. You didn't really miss anything, Reza. Just talking about the overall market manipulation. We're definitely getting forced to the downside here. Looks like that's the way the whales want us to overall move. For whatever reason, we've been seeing some, like, it looks like retail, just generic or organic, rather, just natural buys coming in where we start to gain some momentum, and then just these massive over sell-offs here, massive red candles for no reason. Each time we started to gain some steam, with the exception of a couple green moves like here and this nice move here, but even that looked pretty organic. But then just all the selling off, a lot of shorting overall, just a rough market to be trying to trade. I would definitely, if you could, just kind of pick a side and stick with it. Try not to overtrade. The whales will get to you. Look for a good position, probably just DCA. Average in, scale in, average down if the price dumps under you. and just hope that we don't fall but so far and that you'll be back in profit soon, because trying to do too much in manipulated markets gets really dicey, and even if you know what you're doing, it can be really hard to stay green. So not really any thoughts on Algo. I haven't looked into that, but I know Solano is absolutely popping off. I was hearing that Matt's price target's 250. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. And really with these kind of things, once they're running, it's just up to the people. Once they want to get out is when it's going to stop, because at this point, as you can see, you now, if you're in Solana, are the all-time high. You are making it. So as long as people continue to buy it, the price will continue to go up. I would say, looking at it just now on the daily candles perspective, a little bit of concern with how big the green candles have started to get. Like I mentioned before, a lot of times when I start to see big green candles, the bigger the candles, usually the closer it is to stalling out. And as you can see, these waves, and usually that just indicates like the last wave of buying pressure, which is usually the FOMO buy-in wave, in my opinion. Because once you finish the FOMO buys in, that's typically when the people that FOMO buy in are just like, oh, why does the price always reverse on me when I buy? Typically because you got in at the very end of the move. And as you can see here, this candle here was nice and big, one of the biggest ones yet. But then you got this indecision candle and a couple more candles, even though the rejection wicks were on the bottom. You can see it started to get a little horizontal here. Start to lose a little bit of momentum. I worry that 220 may have been kind of near the top. But if this doesn't lose steam here and can continue up, yeah, there's probably room for 250. But it's definitely getting there, and I think that was Matt's point as well, is that he's in at like $70 already, so he's not concerned. But if you're looking to enter now, probably just be a little cautious, because you are definitely towards the end of the move. The short term. Now, there'll probably be a pullback and then a continuation later, but that's not really what we're talking about. Taking a look at Bitcoin, back to 46.1. You can see there was this flag pattern, kind of broke up here. Now it's kind of selling down, and we'll see what happens with this level right about here. Bloomberg was thinking we would get down to 46.3. My thoughts? Honestly, wouldn't be surprised. My point, though, is that obviously we don't really want to be down here. But I don't think it's... Wow, Marcelo made 20K profit in Solana today. That is amazing. I don't think 43K is necessary to get us back to 52K. So I don't really want to see it. I definitely think it's possible. I think below 43K is possible at this point. This is, like I mentioned last month, September should be a bearish month here overall for Bitcoin, just due to the infrastructure bill regulations that have not been publicized yet. They have not agreed to it yet. They have not made it known exactly how the regulations are going to take place. And even though they've mentioned that with the regulations, they're not going to enforce it, they've said that, who knows what they'll actually do. That's just their word versus how they're actually going to handle the law once it gets passed. I would think September should be a month where Bitcoin doesn't probably get too much further than 55,000. And that's not really a extremely bearish number, but you know what I mean. And here we go again with a nice break above 46,000, and then all this massive selling off right back to 46,000 flat. It's just getting really annoying. No one was this bearish 2 days ago, so where did all the bears come from, And you can just tell by usually the speed of the down moves that it's not just your everyday person. Yeah, Bitcoin is definitely not having a good time here. But I am going to head out, guys. This was just a little quick update. Yeah, no problem, Alex. Good time to buy Algo or Luna. If it's super overextended, I would say probably not. But I am not in those coins. I have not really looked at the charts much, so I don't want to... Oh, yeah, the taper. So there is that, but we've also just... That infrastructure thing is just a little concerning. And then it's like which weight, which news or which announcement's going to hold greater weight. So we'll see. You see here, Bitcoin's trying to get back to 46,000 flat for whatever reason. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. That was pretty much it. Just keep an eye on Dogecoin and Bitcoin and whatever you're into. You can see here Dogecoin's pretty much hanging out at 25, so I don't think it's going to go much under that tonight. Maybe 24, probably not much further. No matter what Bitcoin does here, 24 is pretty vast. But hopefully we won't wake up to Bitcoin much under 45,000, if anything. So we'll keep an eye on it. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow for another stream at the normal time. So I'll catch you guys then. All right. Have a great night, everybody. See ya.